Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Main Custom, man. Today, in my opinion, this video right here is the best tutorial that I have dropped on YouTube yet. So if you can stay through the 16-minute video, man, I promise you guys it'll be worth your while. So as you guys can see, my client is growing pretty much a mohawk. In some areas, people call this type of look a burst fade. So in this video right here, I'm going to show you guys in full how to achieve that look. So in order for us to get that burst / mohawk look, you have to set in your first guideline and all your guidelines actually in like a rainbow formation. So we go in with our wall balding clippers and we just go into that rainbow formation and keep everything consistent, man. And as you guys can see, we don't take that guideline all the way to the back. I tend to like to start that first guideline from a little in front of the ear to about midway to the back of the ear, if that makes sense. So we break off with our Babyliss low pros with the level all the way open, and we're going up about 1 inch, and we're keeping everything consistent. And as you guys can see, man, all of this is in real time, so I'm going to show you guys and give you guys a full breakdown on everything that we got going on today. After today, I promise you guys, you will know how to achieve a burst fade, a mohawk, whatever you guys want to call it. I promise you guys, you'll be able to achieve it. So just keep everything consistent, man. And like I always tell you guys, after every few strokes, make sure you comb that hair back down. And now, as you guys can see, man, we just using pretty much 2 to 3 teeth of the blade when we get to the back side of the head, just because you don't want to stretch that fade too much. And as you guys can see, we just move the lever up halfway. Now we're gonna start to fade that first initial guideline out that we set in with our wall balding clippers. And man, before we get any deeper into the tutorial, man, I gotta give a huge shout out to my producer, HBG. The beat is going crazy, man. Like I tell you guys, he sets the tone for all the videos. So tap in with my dog. And as you guys can see, now we're fully closed, and now we're blending that line completely out. And as you guys can see, man, the low pros do a pretty good job getting that ball guideline out of there. And again, man, when you get to about the back side of the fade, you want to make sure you're only using 2 to 3 teeth of the blade. If you don't, you will stretch that fade. And now you see we're on notch 2, and then we're just hitting right up under where we had the level all the way closed. I see a little, a couple of dark areas that I don't like, so now it's a little bit of lever play. And in order to get most guidelines out, you have to play with your lever a little bit. That's just what it is. So now we break off into our number 2 guard with the lever all the way open, and we're just hitting right up under where that bulk is at, just creating some shape and giving us some volume. So it's, it's proportion. You guys will see what I mean later on in the tutorial. So now we have the lever closed, and we're hitting right up under where we had that number 2 guard with the lever all the way open, keeping everything consistent after every few strokes. We want to lay that hair right back down with the comb. And this client right here gets a haircut every week, so it wasn't a lot of new growth, but you guys can see that, the fade is already starting to come together, even though this is a weekly client. Now we break off into our fade with our 1.5 guard with the lever all the way open, and we're hitting right up under where we had that number 2 guard with the lever all the way closed, making it do what it do. And again, once you get to the back side of the head, you want to only use 2, maybe 3 teeth of your blade, man, to blend it in. And I know it might sound crazy and it don't seem like it'll fade out, but I promise you it will. I promise you, just keep everything consistent, level all the way closed with the same guard, that 1.5 guard, keep it closed, and hit right up under where you had that number with the same guard, that 1.5 guard, the level all the way open. And as you guys can see, man, everything is already starting to come together. The foundation of the fade is already starting to, do what it need to do. Now I'm going to show you guys, I always talk about detail, and I'm going to show you guys in this video right here why detail is so important. So to break back off into the fade, we're going with our number 1 guard with the lever all the way open, and we're hitting right up under where we had that 1.5 guard with the lever all the way closed. Keeping everything consistent after every few strokes, comb or lay that hair back down with a brush and make it do what it do. And as you guys can see, man, it's really corner work when it comes to, fading this type of fade, in my opinion. And definitely you got to understand and master your clipper control, man, for sure. And as you guys can see, it's just a flick out motion. Level all the way closed with that same number 1 guard, hitting right up under where we initially came with that number 1 guard with the level all the way open. And just doing this ensures that you're going to soften that guideline up so you can come back with your 0.5, your half guard, and just blend it right on out. This be crazy, man. And now the lever is back all the way open, and there's just some dark areas that I don't see. Now we close the lever right back up, and we're gonna clean it right on up. Now we're going with our half guard with the lever all the way open. And if you guys are new to my channel, I believe the half guard to me is more so a detailing guard. I don't feel like it's necessary to use that to set in a guideline, but if that's something that you do, then as long as it works, keep doing it. You know what I mean? Keeping everything consistent, man, and just taking our time, man. As you guys can see, man, when I'm fading, I don't really lay the clipper flat on my client's head at all. I use a lot of pressure whatsoever. Now we're halfway, and we're just keeping it consistent, man. Hitting right up under where we had that same half guard with the lever all the way open. When we get to the line, we flicking out. As you guys can see, like, we start a little low, but as we get to that line, to break that line, you have to flick at the line. And making it do what it do. Fade already starting to come together, man. Yeah. This is on tough right here, man. Now the level's all the way closed, and we're hitting right up under where we had that half guard with the lever halfway. Making it do what it do. And you guys will see in the next clip what I mean, why I feel like, you know, when you're going through your techniques, when it comes to fading and your guidelines, why it's more important to, you know, just detail. Because as you guys can see, I done went through all my steps and there's still a lot of dark spots. So what I do now, my Andes Masters, they are my go-to for detailing, man. No matter what type of fade, no matter what type of texture, I'm gonna always put those Andes Masters out. So now we had the level all the way closed. Now we're on notch 2. And as you guys can see, when I'm detailing, I'm only using the corners of my blade. And you guys will see what I mean, man. It's just gonna bring the fade all the way together. And that's why detailing is so important. Like, detailing, man, I'm trying to tell you guys, that's what take you guys to the next level. That's what makes your work stand out from the next barber in your shop or the next barber in your area. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And as you guys can see, man, just keeping it consistent. And the more I detail, the more that comb is gonna come out. So as you guys can see, we're on notch 3 now. And making it do what it do. Keeping everything consistent, just corner working. Any dark spots that I see, I'm going to use that blade and I'm going to split those hairs to make those dark spots lighter. Simple as that. That's how you achieve a nice blurry fade. And you guys going to see the fade is going to come to life. Like, it's going to be blurry. And the reason I like to use my Andes Masters when it comes to detailing, man, is just because, you know, it's just something about the blade. And I actually have the fade blade on mine. I know a lot of people say that the fade blade tugs and it digs in the pores, but honestly, man, I've never had that problem whatsoever. Never. I don't know if it's just because, you know, when I fade, as you guys can see, like, I really don't use a lot of pressure, man. Like, I don't feel like it's necessary to put a lot of pressure on your clients, you know, head, scalp, hair. Like, it's really no need for that. Let the clippers do all the work. You know what I mean? So as you guys can see, man, we're starting to achieve that nice blurry look. Still some dark spots that we're gonna come back and we're gonna just attack and get them out of there. And I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but I'm literally just lever playing. The lever isn't even all the way open yet. And as you guys can see, man, just bringing that fade to life. Now the lever's all the way open. And man, one key that you guys need to always remember, the lower you are in your fade, the more closed your lever needs to be. And the higher you are in your fade, the more open your lever needs to be. And as you guys can see, man, I'm not just corner working, but I'm also holding my clipper at an angle. And as you guys can see, man, the fade is coming to life, man. There's still some dark areas that we're gonna come back and we're gonna fine tune and we're gonna make it do what it do. So as you guys can see, we have our half guard, our zero guard, whatever you wanna call it, for our double magnetic Andes guards. And the lever's all the way open and we're just corner working. It's the same thing. We just added a guard to it. As simple as that. And as you guys can see, man, everything that I'm doing is making it come to life. Now we halfway. We're hitting right up under where we had that half guard with the lever all the way open. Keeping everything consistent, and being patient, trusting the process, and shit, just letting the clippers do what they need to do, man. It's that simple. Now the lever is all the way closed on that same half guard. Now we're hitting right up under where we had that same guard on with the lever halfway. And just corner working. And as you guys can see, man, the fade is becoming blurry. The fade is coming together. And man, one thing about recording your haircuts, when you look back in that camera, man, you're gonna see everything that you need to see, I promise you. So now we're just freehand trimming and just giving, you know, the client some shape, man. Doing this just ensures that when he leaves out of the chair, he's not gonna go home and, you know, it's gonna be a whole lot of like flyaway hairs, roach legs, or whatever you guys wanna call them. It's gonna keep him a nice consistent cut. You know what I mean? Gonna create some nice shape and volume to it. So as you guys can see, man, it's doing what it need to do. And doing this, you got to be real careful because you could plug, you know what I'm saying, like scald your client's hair, and you definitely don't want to do that. So just take your time, man. Don't try to be too fast. Now we have that one guard with the lever all the way open, and same thing, corner working. Those dark areas that we see, we getting them out, lever halfway, hitting right up on it where we had that lever all the way open, keeping it consistent. And man, as you guys can see now, the lever's all the way closed. Hitting right up under where we had that same guard with the lever halfway. So on this side right here, I'm not gonna do too much talking, man. I'm gonna let you guys rock out to the beat, and it's literally the same steps. I just want to see if you guys can follow along. So I'll tap back in with you guys once we get on the next step. And y'all let me know in the comment section, man, if y'all was able to follow along, or you knew this fade process step by step, or you were just able to successfully achieve this look. My boy Nico the Barber, man, I think 2 videos ago you told me that you were struggling with cutting a low fade when it comes to straight hair. And I mean, bro, this is not a low fade haircut, but at the same time, it's pretty much the same steps, it's the same foundation. So if you just take everything that you learned from this video and apply it to that low fade, I guarantee you, bro, you will be able to achieve that look. This mohawk, this burst fade look is pretty much the same thing, just off the simple fact you don't want to stretch this fade too high. You know what I mean? So, bro, if this wasn't something that you was able to learn, shoot me a DM on Instagram, or just let me know in the comment section, man, and I'll get back to you, man, and we'll go over a way for you to achieve that low fade on straight hair, man.
HBG, that's crazy.
All right, so let's work out. So when it comes to the lineup part, man, the best advice I can give you guys is just to take your time, be patient, learn your trimmers. If you have a heavy hand, man, I wouldn't recommend zero gapping your trimmers because it's going to make it uncomfortable for your client. You're going to apply too much pressure, then you're going to end up cutting or nicking your clients, and you don't want that reputation as a barber. And we're going to go on, we're going to give my client a couple cat scratches in the back. My client been getting cat scratches now for about a year or so, and this is the first time he's actually been rocking this burst fade. And you know, he just decided to keep the cat scratches in there, man. I'm glad that he did because it just gives his cut a different type of look. It makes his cut stand out even more. So right here from this back view angle, you guys can see what I was saying when it comes to freehanding the hair. So his hair has a consistent shape all the way from the bottom of the fade all the way up to the bulk. His hair is not out of line, it's not out of proportion, and that's the importance of it. But as you guys can see, the V in the back, man, it makes the cut pop even more. It keeps it real tough and consistent. And man, this is one of my favorite cuts that I'm doing so far this year. So to break off, we go into our vertical bar areas, and we're just gonna solidify that line, man. Get that joint nice and sharp. We're not gonna dig in it, not gonna push it back. And man, just keep it consistent, man, and let your trimmer do all the work. Don't put too much pressure or apply too much pressure, because again, you will nick and cut your clients, man. And when it comes to the very front part of his lineup, we're not going to try to get it too sharp. That's not the look that we're going for. We both came to an agreement that we're going to solidify the vertical bars and make those stand out and make those pop. And when it comes to the front of the lineup, we're just going to, any flyaway hairs or loose hairs that's out of line, we'll clean them up, and that's going to be that. But as you guys can see, man, we're just detailing with our trimmers as well. That's something, man, that I've been doing since the very beginning of my career. And I know a lot of people shy away from that, man. But that trimmer, I'm not gonna lie, as long as you know, master the clipper control and understand your trimmer, the detailing with that joint be official. But we're gonna go in and we're gonna lift his hair back, clean those flyaways real quick, lean it back, and just clean that line up just a little bit. Again, we're not going for an extremely sharp front lineup. We just want those vertical bars to be solidified and just have a clean cut. So as you guys can see, again, we clean those flyaways up, and anything hanging over, we're just gonna tap and go with it. We're not gonna try to go for an extremely sharp front edge up, and we're just gonna clean it up and make it do what it do. But as you guys can see, the vertical bars are in there. It's solidified, it's sharp, the cut look enhanced, and it's not. You guys have seen it, you know what I mean? So that's why I tell anybody, man, enhancements definitely give a cut some more pop and flair, but for a lot of cuts, it's not necessary unless your client really wants it. So as you guys can see, we're going with our thinnest shears, and we're just making it do what it do. Paying attention to detail, creating more shape, thinning the hair out without taking too much volume off, and we're gonna make it do what it need to do. So again, like I told you guys in the beginning, this video right here has to be my best tutorial that I've dropped yet, man. Like the game, the gems that I dropped, and just how the fade came to life, man. Like, man. So if you made it this far, man, I truly appreciate you, for real. And let me know you still rock with me in the comment section, man. Let me know you made it this far. So as you guys can see, we're just doing the same thing we did to one side, and we're just gonna bring it right back to the other side. And as you guys can see, my boy in there. Now we break off into it with our straight razor, and we're just gonna clean them up some more. We'll keep them tough. And the best advice I can give you guys, man, I get a couple, I had a couple of you guys DM me asking about the best tips I can give you guys for straight razors. And honestly, man, the best advice I can give you guys is just to, man, keep that skin stretched, keep it tight, and take like little strokes. Don't take big strokes when it comes to using the straight razor. So, man, look, that's the end of the video, man. If you made it this far, again, I truly appreciate you, man. And again, man, this year I'm just feeling different. We going up. So look, if you're new, like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, man, y'all be blessed.